All right, what's up, crew? So I wanted to do this video, right? And, ignore what I'm doing right now, but I just have to say, I have to put it out there before it actually happens. LeBron James is going to retire on the Cleveland Cavaliers. Nobody can make me think anything different. Nobody can tell me I'm wrong until I'm wrong. And I thought this 3 years ago. There was no turning point or pivotal moment, but today I saw an Instagram post, and it was showing that LeBron James was in Bath, Ohio, the AK, Akron, which that's where I live at, and a lot of other people also obviously live in Akron. But here's my thing. I just had to put it out there because I had this debate. I don't really have too many, not to be that guy, but I don't have too many like buddies and pals. Like I have my select circle. But a year ago, I had a lot more friends than I do now. Friends. I was more out there. I had a lot of people in my circle, and I don't even care about basketball. I don't watch basketball. I don't watch sports, none of it. But something out there is telling me, something in the universe is telling me that LeBron James is coming back to Cleveland. And I hate this mic so much. I really do hate this mic sometimes. Only because I got to keep readjusting it when I put it on my shirt. But anyway, so I'm editing the video, and I realized that I owe you some credibility. I owe you some establishing shots. Why should I listen to this guy? Does he really know what he's talking about? Does he have any credibility? And the answer is yes, I do. That credibility is lying right here on the table. That is me in the white. Back in 2016, probably even 2015. That's me. I've been a fan since a kid. I know what I'm talking about. I'm a credible source. That being said, I just had to establish that for you before you tell me, oh, he doesn't know what he's talking about, blah, blah, blah. So now that we're acquainted, we're gonna get back to it. I know he's coming back to Cleveland. Nothing can convince me otherwise. You know what else? So last summer, I was in Best Buy. I was in Fairlawn Best Buy, and I was buying the Sony a6700. And while I was shopping there, I saw Bryce James. And how it went was I was checking out. I had my stuff. I walked up to the counter. And again, I don't know basketball. I don't know ball. In the cashier, I had my Sony a6700, my $2,000 purchase. And I walk up to the counter, and the guy completely disregarded me. So naturally, I'm like, in my head, I'm like, yo, what is that about? Who is this guy looking at? And then I turn around and I see this guy, you know what I'm saying, hitting the door frame. And he had these clear glasses on. And then the guy checking me out, he's like, yo, you know what that is? I'm like, no, I don't know who that is. I'm trying to check out. He said, that's Bryce James. And sure as hell, it was Bryce James. They all start going over there. They get photos. He's in there just buying a monitor because the Best Buy in Fairlawn, for those of you that don't know, Fairlawn, Ohio, that's where LeBron's mansion is. And obviously, as you do on the weekend when you're with your billionaire father, you go grab a monitor so you can play games at the mansion. Naturally, that's what you do. So that was last summer, and ever since that moment, I was locked in. Ever since then, I knew it. Bron is coming back to Cleveland. Just think about it. Why else would he be showing his face so much? Why else would he be Bryce James caught in Akron last summer? It's a year later. Bron is back in Akron right now. Probably the past weekend. LeBron is back again. He went on that Cleveland trip with his boys. I ain't heard no news about him and the Lakers having no type of motion. So I'm just saying. I'm not a professional, nothing. And this is the end of the video. But mark my words. If I'm wrong, I'm going to come back to it. If I'm right, I'm right. Even if I'm right, it's not magical. I mean, it's LeBron. He started in Akron. His apartments are like right up the street. So like, that ain't no thing. Just saying. This is the end of the video. That's all I had to say. I just had to capture it. I thought to myself, I'm like, if I never put this out there and I say it after it happens, people are going to be like, oh, you jumped on a bandwagon. You're just saying that because he accepted the deal or he admitted it or this or that. I've been thinking LeBron was going to retire on Cleveland. Even if it was just a an honorary game, like an homage, he is 100%, no doubt in my mind on this earth, LeBron is going to play his last game in the NBA ever. He's going to be a Cavalier. He's going to be playing in Cleveland. He's going to have a Cleveland jersey on. It's going to be in Cleveland. And I even thought about buying season tickets, but it's like, I don't know how that works because I don't really care about basketball. The last time I've been to a Cavs game, well, I was at game 4 of the finals, But the last time I've been to a Cavs game before that, it was like 2017, 2016, 2014, when I was a little boy. But LeBron was playing at the time. LeBron was on the Cavs at the time. So that was right before the 2016 championship. That was right before the finals, right before the big game, whatever. But the thing is, I don't even have, this isn't even meant to be a long, prolonged anthology. I just have to get this off my chest so I have proof that I'm not a bandwagoner. All right, so it's a few hours later, and honestly, I don't know what I said in the last clip. I don't know what I said, but it doesn't matter. No matter how you say it, no matter how you frame it, no matter who you are, LeBron is arguably one of the greatest, most legendary athletes to ever grace the earth. And the thing is, he came from Akron, Ohio. Single parent household, low income, poverty. He came from nothing. He is the story. He is success. He is what every kid from the inner city wants to be. I mean, even me, I'm no different. I come from a single parent household, low income, low stakes, low opportunity, low success rates. You know what I'm saying? And there's an entire generation. There's millions of kids. There's millions of adults even that have this idea of being not just LeBron, right? But being successful. LeBron is just the embodiment of success, failure, discipline, triumph, beating the odds. Everything that we consider great. I might be glazing a little bit, but I don't mean to. I'm meaning to make a point. I mean, check the news. It's everywhere. Every headline you see about LeBron has to do with the Lakers going silent and LeBron becoming a free agent. In about a week, LeBron is going to be a free agent or whatever. Again, I'm not into sports, but I am into legacy. I am into heritage, and I definitely am very much into motivation. And I think with that, there is seriously no better way to end LeBron's legacy, to end his career, than where it started. Because think about it. It was never meant to even start in Akron. It was never meant to get as big as Cleveland. It was never meant for LeBron James to be in the 2016 championships. It was never slated for LeBron to be the greatest, richest, most famous basketball player in the history of ever. Grossing the most earnings and touching the most seasons, the most balls. LeBron has touched the most balls out of any basketball player in the history of Earth. This is how I see it. I'm thinking, if I'm LeBron, I'm thinking, how can I close it out? How can I end the story? How can I go out with a bang? No bigger of a bang is there than to end it off in Cleveland. Think about it. Why else do you still own a mansion in Fairlawn? Ultra filtered chocolate milk is just so good. But anyway, think about it. Why else do you still own a mansion in Akron? Why else are you coming back every year? You've been coming back every year for what, 20, 30 years? Why else did I see Bryce James in Best Buy? And there's no doubt it was him. I didn't take a photo. I should have pulled out my phone, but I didn't want to be weird. You just got to take my word for it. If I'm LeBron or his team or his agency, if I have anything for a brain, anything for a thought, I just don't see what else you would do. I don't see how else you'd end the story. I don't see how else you'd go out. I don't see how else you'd go out except go out with your day ones. The Lakers aren't building his legacy. The Lakers are already a legacy team. They have Kobe, they have Shaq, they have like I said, I'm not by any means a basketball guru, but I still have a simple understanding of it all. The Lakers essentially were something before LeBron, is what I'm getting at. Whereas the Cavaliers, some people are going to really hate to hear this, but the Cavs were much of nothing before LeBron, right? The city of Cleveland, the entire city got better. I mean, LeBron is so damn big. I went to an ATM the other day, and it literally said, it was a Chase ATM, and on the side of the building, it said, partnered with the LeBron James Family Foundation. All right, I'm walking past it. You can see it. You can't see it because it's reversed, but I don't feel like flipping it around because I need to get to my haircut. I'm parked illegally, but I'm still just wondering. I'm still just kind of curious how that kind of thing works. Is he connected to the building? Or did he help with the planning or something? Or does he just get money? I don't know. That is really confuses me. That's in Akron. What the hell does LeBron know about an ATM? What the hell does LeBron know about Chase? Like, how does that even, I was confused how it even worked. Does he make money off of that? Like, did he sponsor the building? Did he pay for the ATM? Does he pay the employees? There's so many questions I had when I seen that. However, the stance is still the same. And I think that just goes to show even further how big of an impact LeBron has had on not just the game, but life, young minds, inspiration, motivation to the youth. I genuinely cannot see another way for the story to end, and I feel very strongly that it's gonna happen. And I've had this thought again for the last time. I've had this thought in my head for about 2 years. My first theory was that LeBron was gonna retire in the next 2 years, and that was last year. So that means after this summer, or whatever, whenever the season starts, it would be LeBron's last year. And with LeBron's last year, he was going to play at least his last game in Cleveland, wearing a Cleveland jersey, playing for the Cavs, or he was going to sign that contract and it was going to be for the Cavs. But, you know, at this point, I'm running out of things to add to the environment, to the story. I just really do think for a small town kid, for someone that was at odds like LeBron, someone that had to beat the odds, someone that inspired others to beat the odds. If you're in his shoes, if you really want to shut up all the media and you want to solidify and put your foot in the door of the Hall of Fame and put your foot down as the greatest to ever touch a basketball, I think in order to solidify that, you know, he doesn't even need to do anything to solidify that. Just look at the numbers, look at the years, look at the time, look at the money. Look at the influence. Look at the deals. Look at the history. Look at the heritage. It speaks for itself. LeBron is the greatest. And he started as the greatest. He came in a game as the greatest. And to tie it all in together perfectly, if you come in as the greatest, you got to leave as the greatest. And only the best can do that. And with that being said, I just had to put this out there. Like I said 14 times, just had to put this out there for the market, for my boys, so my friends can't be like, yo, you a bandwagoner. Mark the date, mark my words, mark the timestamp. Whatever you need to do, you'll see. And about whenever this happens, whenever the contracts start flowing in or he makes a decision, it's gonna be Cleveland. You're gonna see the C. That being said, thanks so much for watching the video. You probably didn't even make it this far, like they say all the time, like all the big YouTubers say, but if you did, appreciate it. With that, until next time, what should the next topic be? I don't know. I guess we'll see.